Today's message is coming through as if they can't be honest with themselves. You really can't expect them to be honest with you. And I feel like you know that. And this reading, I feel, is going to bring you some kind of clarity, but also guidance for where you go from here. It's terribly difficult if you're feeling something, hoping for something, but then you get disappointed. You either get let down or things just don't go the way that you think. So let's just have a little look into this. What is it about this honesty? Because I feel like someone's really shown you that they're not honest with themselves. They either gaslighting themselves or lying to themselves, and you're starting to pick up on this. But if they're trying to say something to you that is supposed to be the truth or really brutally honest, I feel like you're questioning that because they're not honest with themselves. So it's like anything that comes out of your mouth, how can I even trust it? How do I know that that's actually the truth? Yeah. So there's something here. It feels like it could be a family member. I have a thala coming through. So this is like, it's a very family orientated situation, but it's also, I feel, this could be someone who has a lot of authority in your family. This could be at work though as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be family, but it feels like it's someone who has authority in your life. Like they could say anything and everyone believes them. But something recently is being highlighted to you. It's been shown to you that maybe this person doesn't really know what they're doing, or they're not being honest about this. And I know that for a fact. Maybe you've looked at, like, you can see their body language, you've overheard a conversation that they've had or something like that. There's something that they're hiding or they're not being honest about. But this person has such a power over other people that they just, people don't challenge them, they don't argue with them. They never really sort of say like, I don't believe you, actually, I think you feel like this. Now, they may be very clever with their words and have a way of kind of like getting their point across and not really allowing you to express your point, or just kind of nipping things in the bud, but you never really get the answer that you're looking for. You just feel like you've gone around the houses on something. So pay attention, or you already are paying attention to that. And what do you do with that? Where do you go from here? Because I feel like you're kind of on the edge of sort of just saying that you know this, but it's scary because you don't like to challenge this person. Nobody ever challenges this person. So it might be scary for you to do that because of how they're going to challenge you back, or, have you got enough fact here to actually be able to put this forward to them, or are you just going to look stupid by bringing it up with them? So you're trying to be clever with how you go about this and what you actually say. So I'm going to get into the T cards because I feel like in order for you to move past this, there has to be some kind of conversation. Now, there might be something really irritating you at the moment. I feel like I've got a piece of, I don't know, thorn or something like that stuck in me. Yeah, I have thorn. So this is a thorn in your side. It's not just going to go away. You've got to actually do something about it. 333 on the clock there. So this is, I feel, you're the feminine here, and I feel like maybe this is towards a masculine. And this person, their energy is big. It's quite big and it's quite stubborn, and it's got a nice edge to it, and it's very protective and providery and nice like that. But there's also this side of like stubborn, stuck in ways, only see their perspective, even though they make out that they're seeing everyone else's opinion, they're always right. It always comes back down to their point was right, okay? Now, the reason for that is because nobody really challenges their point. And I actually feel like they want their point challenged. I don't think they want people to just agree with them. And they kind of get a little bit bored with the conversations with people because nobody really gives them anything to think about. And they actually want that. So we have hat. You will be playing a different role. So this is you stepping into power, trusting yourself to know, I need to challenge you on this. I've got a feeling that you're not being honest with yourself, and I'm going to bring it up. Illumination. This is what Kanaz is talking about. So that's what you're going to do. And actually, you're setting a boundary with this person by doing that, because you're telling them, one, you actually care about them. that you're challenging what they're thinking and what they're feeling. And two, it's like they will respect you more for having not just gone with what they say, you know? I feel like they're going to be paying attention to you from this, because they'll be like, well, that's interesting. I don't normally get challenged on my points. I don't normally have somebody that's willing to step into the lion's den with me and go some rounds on the point. So this is the role that you're stepping into now. And we have successful outcome to your problems. This is what needs to happen in this situation. There's too many people in this situation that are just seeing an elephant in the room and not really acknowledging it. No one's saying anything about it. And I will tell you from personal experience, there is nothing worse than people knowing something or thinking something or believing something that you're not being honest with yourself, but not actually saying it. And it's after the event where they're like, oh, well, actually, I did think this. And you're like, why didn't you say it at the time? This is your opportunity to be that person to say at the time, however uncomfortable it is. Have you seen the screen? There's like the sun coming through the window. It's made like a lovely little rainbow pattern. Hope you can see it. Oh, we have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. I don't sense any hate here, but what I am feeling is that there's a lot of passion. And I feel like this is someone that you actually feel quite passionate about. I feel like you've known each other for some time now, at least like a year. And you kind of, yeah, you both protect each other. We got protection from a powerful friend. Now, when it says from a powerful friend, it's a bit, I'm getting like Beauty and the Beast type of thing from this. It's like, how could you love something so ugly? I'm not saying that anybody in this situation is ugly, but it's more the energy of it. So if it's like, if something feels it's unlovable and love does not have a place to go, then anger can rise and you can be quite defensive or argumentative or just, you know, just trying to cut yourself off from that feeling because you don't think you can do anything with it. And I feel like that's where this person is like they don't feel like they can do anything with it. But you seem to hold the answer to them. I actually feel like this person's waiting for you to say something, to do something. Oh my God. We have fan, romance, celebration and party, happiness and well-being. This is going to be the outcome of opening a conversation and saying to this person, I don't think you're being that honest with yourself. I actually don't feel that you are being honest with your feelings here. And, you know, just listen, wait and see what they come back with. We have 2 ears for a reason and 1 mouth, yeah? We should listen twice as hard as we speak. And I feel like that's the role that you're going to be playing with this person now is like, listen, this person doesn't feel heard. They don't feel listened to. Not really, not deep down. So yes, they absolutely are masking and they're not being honest about their feelings and what's going on for them here. And you're opening up a space for them to be able to feel safe enough to walk into that. I didn't feel like this was a love connection to start with. I felt like this was more to do with a family member or a work, like a boss. But for some of you, maybe it is your boss, I don't know, but there's a love connection here. There's some kind of soulmate connection. It's like you can't forget. You know there's something going on with this person and you want to say. And it's almost like to this person, you coming forward like that makes them feel like you're the only person in the flipping world that actually cares about them, because nobody's come forward like that to actually challenge how they're feeling and what they're doing. Now, you're going to feel a little bit insecure about this because it's almost like you feel like you're stepping over a mark, or like, you know, maybe this isn't my place to do this. This person could be with somebody and you might just be a friend of theirs, but you're like a best friend. And you're like, perhaps I should talk to their wife or whoever about this and not them. But no, because that creates gossip. You don't know what will be said back. This is about direct communication, not doing anything behind anyone's back. You are going to hold back from doing this purely because there's maybe a little bit of uncertainty as to how it might go. But this is kind of saying just, you know, successful outcome to your problem. This is a problem to you and it needs to be resolved. And it's actually going to cut some chains on things that are quite toxic in this person's life that aren't really, you know, they need to know this. They need to understand this. And you're going to illuminate it through Kanas for them. And we have the Hierophant. It's like you're the wise person, the spiritual leader that's coming through. If this resonates, drop me a DM, book in.